Hey, there are many moments in our lives when we are not able to ride. Even in these times, we can do many things to improve our knowledge and our skills. Let's once more have a look at rider's position and see how we can practice it even without the horse. Maybe this gives us a chance to experience it a little bit differently and then take our observations into the riding. Already more than 2000 years ago, Xenophon, who was a military leader in ancient Greece, described in his book how the correct seat should look like. And what did he say? He said that the good seat is rather the pose of a man standing straight up, with his legs apart, and his body supple as possible. Our individual anatomy and habitual body posture reflects in the way how we sit on a horse. This is a really good time when we can ride, or in times in between our rides, to learn and practice the correct and healthy body posture. Here I would invite you to join me and try to find and feel the correct alignment for the riding. Let's start as Xenophon says, standing straight up, with legs apart, with toes pointing forward. Bend the knees that you look like on a horse. See, here we have already a line, ear, shoulder, hip and ankle. We start with our base in the saddle, which is our pelvis. To have a correct seat, the seat bones of our pelvis should be pointing into the saddle, resting in a saddle. Do you know where are your seat bones? If you are not aware of them, this is a good moment to clarify it. You can find them with your hand. They are bony protrusions under the flesh of your butt. Let's experiment and find the alignment which we want for riding. Tilt your pelvis forward and observe where your sit bones are pointing. My sit bones are pointing back. This position makes our back hollow. In the saddle we would be in a chair seat, feeling often that we are falling forward. Tilt your pelvis backward. Where are your sit bones pointing now? Yes, in front. With this change of your pelvis position, your back is round. On the horse, we would be sitting on our pockets, far back on our buttocks, in a chair seat. Sitting in a chair seat, we always feel like we are falling backwards. We are kind of left behind the horse's movement. To stay on, the rider holds on reins to stop himself or herself from falling. Keep moving between these two positions, tilting pelvis forward and tilting pelvis back. You can do it very slowly and as long as you need until you are clear about your sit bones. You can put your hand on them as you move. Start to make the movement smaller and smaller until your sit bones are pointing towards the floor. Check your lower back. It became straight. Shoulders and chest position. How do you react when I tell you straighten up, shoulders back? What did you do? This is what many of us might do. We stick our chest forward. But look what happens with your lower back and pelvis as well. This position makes you hollow your back, your pelvis tilts forward, and sit bones are pointing to the back. Now slouch a bit, drop your shoulders forward, collapse in your chest. This makes your back round, pelvis is tilting backwards, and the sit bones are pointing forward. Rather than thinking sitting straight up, sticking your chest forward and pulling shoulders back, think about keeping your collarbones wide and open. With your sternum, your chest bone, rather reaching a little bit forward and up. You can tune it a bit by shortening the distance between the bottom of your sternum and your pelvis by slight engagement of your abdominal muscles. Now you have nice aligned pelvis with straight back and open chest. Next really important part is the head. Why? Because the head is pretty heavy and depending on which way you tilt or turn your head, it changes the distribution of the weight through your body and to the horse. When we ride, we look ahead, keeping the head straight with chin leveled and slightly tucked in. Riders often like to look down. There are many reasons for it, such as misalignment and unbalance, anxiety, or simply the need to look at what we are doing, looking at our hands or at the horse. Try to look down, look up and straight, and observe changes in your body. at your arms, like you would be holding the reins. The upper arms stay relaxed by the sides of your body. Bend the elbow with thumbs on the top. The position of the elbow is slightly in front of the center line, which goes through your body. If you would look at the seam of your shirt, the elbow can be a little bit in front of it. In this position, we want to be supple, but at the same time stable.